everyone. Welcome back to ErikaBuilds and another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are in San Myshuno in the Spice Market area working on an apartment in 20 Culpeper House. This is a 3-bedroom apartment that's actually a pretty good sized apartment considering this is supposed to be like the low rent district of San Myshuno. But I really was inspired today to build something with the theme of autumn or fall. I guess it's kind of getting to be that type of time of year where kids are getting ready to go back to school and summer's coming to an end. And so I'm already starting to think about fall because it is my favorite time of year. I love fall colors. I love how the weather gets cooler. I love football season. I love everything that has to do with fall. And so I was really inspired to just really make this apartment as cozy and warm and colorful for fall as I could. And I started here in the kitchen working with these dark brown cabinets from Jungle Adventure. To me, Jungle Adventure is the perfect pack when doing any sort of rustic or autumn themed builds. The color of the wood, as well as the dishes that you can see visible through the upper cabinets, are very fall-like and very warm and rich in color, which I think fits really nicely for the Spice Market area, considering if you think of spices and sort of that warm feeling and the smells and the colors, or even thinking about the Spice Festival that they have here in this area, it all seems to kind of go together really nicely. So for this apartment, I decided to make it for 3 roommates, so there are no rooms for any kids in this apartment. And I kind of wanted to do it that way because, as I said in my last apartment build, I haven't really done very much with homes for people who don't have children, which I'd like to do more of those because I want people to be able to come to my catalog and find a little bit of everything and not just only family homes, which right now is predominantly what I have to offer. So this apartment comes with the chef's kitchen trait. So I wanted to make sure that the kitchen was really nice and top of the line with all the nice appliances and lots of nice decor. And again, I'm using lots of warm tones. I love these orange appliances so much. I just think they are beautiful and they look really nice paired with these dark brown cabinets and the exposed brick. So just very, very warm and cozy feeling. After I finished this apartment, I was even more in the mood for autumn to hurry up and get here. I used a bit of a half wall there with a divider that I raised up with the 9 key to give some separation between the living room and the kitchen while still leaving it fairly open. I decided to put a bar in here mainly because with it being 3 adults with no kids, I kind of felt like a bar would be important because, you know, Sims have to have their cocktails. So I kind of put it in between the living room and the kitchen. I believe that bar is just a base game bar. I had tried the one from Get Famous, but it was a little bit too bright. Even though I love how it lights up, I think it was a little bit too much like the club than for like a small apartment. So once I finished the kitchen, then I came out here to the living area. And I honestly really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really have any ideas. I mean, I obviously knew I wanted there to be a TV and couches, and that was about the only thing I had to go with. So I played around with a lot of different ideas, with different types of furniture and different types of TVs. And so finally I decided to do a fireplace. Now, normally I would never place a fireplace on an interior wall like this because obviously there would be no chimney on the other side of the wall. But with this particular fireplace, it kind of reminds me of those plug-in fireplaces that are like a piece of furniture where you don't need a chimney or anything and you can just plug them in to the wall, and they have like a I guess it's like a gas flame or something inside. And so I was thinking maybe it could be one of those, so it wouldn't have to go on an exterior wall. And then that opened up the possibility of putting the TV there. And then by choosing that fireplace, then I kind of themed the furniture around that fireplace. And I just want to point out, this was really exciting for me because I never realized that this sort of light brown wood from Seasons, because the love seat and the two chairs are from Seasons, and then the trim of the light brown wood on that Jungle Adventure coffee table and the brown on the fireplace from Cats and Dogs is all the exact same shade of brown. So I'm just in matchy match heaven right now working with these 3 packs, because that's one of my like hardest things to overcome. Is, I've talked about this many times in other videos, called myself out on the fact that I'm obsessed with matching. And so when I saw that I could use these 3 packs together and it would all match perfectly, I was so excited. And I think from this moment forward with the rest of the build, I was just floating on a cloud. I was like, oh, everything's going perfectly, which sometimes doesn't happen. And so it really just made this a really fun apartment to work on. And so again, I'm using more fall decor, some fall leaves and candles. Everything is just really cozy. And I'm kind of thinking this is probably around September or early October. So I didn't put any Halloween or like pumpkins or anything out yet. I kind of felt like this apartment was more of like early fall, where you're just starting to put out maybe a few fall decorations, but you're not going totally over the top, with all the Halloween stuff. Then over here by the front door, I just made kind of like a little entryway area, a little welcome area with a table for the mail and this little cabinet for like backpacks and purses and stuff. Originally, I was going to leave this all open, but then here in a minute, you'll see I actually ended up walling this off because I kind of got the vibe that this Culpeper house is like an old building, and so I felt like it wouldn't be as open of a floor plan. So that's why I decided to wall off the entryway and add some wooden arches instead. And these arches are my absolute favorite. They're from Strangerville. They are so gorgeous, but you have to have that taller ceiling height, which luckily this apartment had. So I got to use them. So again, now I'm even more excited because these Strangerville arches match the City Living doors and the Jungle Adventure kitchen cabinets perfectly. And these floors are from Outdoor Retreat, which also looks really nice. And so so many packs all going at the same time, but they're all just really vibing. Okay, so then right here on the right, as you first come in the front door of the apartment, is the laundry room. Now, you may not think of a laundry room as really being necessary in an apartment build because usually you don't really have the space. But for this apartment, I felt like it was really important to use laundry day because when you think of a rustic, cozy, autumn sort of home or apartment, I feel like laundry day just jumps right to mind. Everything is so rustic and warm and colorful. I love these orange washer and dryers, and I feel like that ties really nicely with the theme of the kitchen with the orange appliances. That I was, again, very excited about the matching in here and the dark wood cabinets and shelves. And yeah, I just get a very sort of autumn vibe with that whole laundry room. Then for the bathroom, I ended up doing one big bathroom for the 3 roommates to share. That's why I made it it's kind of a strange shape, but I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure there were double sinks in the bathroom, which I feel like with 3 adults living here together, you really need 2 sinks in the bathroom. And then I kind of thought you could put a door there and separate the sinks from the little toilet and shower area, but I didn't do that. But you could actually really easily put a door there if you wanted to provide even more privacy, which might be nice, because then if like one sim is in the shower, another sim could be at the sink, and they won't have, you know, that like freak out reaction where they like accidentally walk in on each other. So you could add a door there if you wanted to. But again, this is lots of warm browns. The sinks and toilet are from Seasons. The mirrors are from Cats and Dogs. The tiles are from Parenthood. So basically everything in here is like a dark brown, gray, green sort of combination. So now all of the shared living space is done, and I'm gonna start working on the bedrooms. So for these 3 sims, I actually stopped and I really thought about it for a long time, what kind of sims would live here. So with this Spice Market area, I thought of sims who would have maybe sort of like artsy type of jobs. So this first bedroom is for an artist, and I imagined that they would be either a painter or possibly a freelance artist. And so I wanted their room to be, to have a lot of nice artwork, and there's an easel in here too for painting. And actually I left some blank wall space too, so the sim could make some of their own, you know, artistic creations to add to their room over time. The furniture is from Seasons, the bed, the dresser, and the nightstands. Again, it's nice and warm and rich and has that autumn sort of feel. And with all of these bedrooms, I pretty much kept it to the basics. You know, they've got the bed, the dresser, there's a full-length mirror, and then of course this sim has the easel, since that is, you know, pertains to their job. And then over on the wall, I made sort of like a little entertainment center. So I put a wall-mounted TV in one of the cubby holes, and then right underneath it, I put a gaming system. And then under that, on the bottom shelf, a stereo. So they kind of have their own little zone in here where they could watch TV and play games and listen to music and stuff in privacy, you know, away from their roommates if they don't feel like being out in the, you know, main living room or something. There is only one computer in the house. You may have seen I ended up putting it sort of in that main first entry room as you first come into the apartment, because I kind of thought that with this size of an apartment, there wouldn't really have been enough room for all 3 of them to have computer desks and have room for their hobbies. So I just made one main computer for them to share, which also I think is nice, because if there's only one computer, then all 3 of them won't just sit in their rooms on their computers by themselves. This will kind of force them to interact more. Because I'm sure if you've been playing The Sims for long, you know that Sims love computers, and if there's a computer anywhere, they most likely will want to get on it. Of course, I'm sure everyone can relate to that feeling. So with one computer, I think it kind of forces them to interact with each other a little bit more. Okay, so in this bedroom, I started out with blue, but then I decided that I thought that was a little bit too spring-like, and so I switched to red, because what else would be more fitting in this fall apartment than red, since we've already done orange. And yeah, so this bed is actually from City Living, and the carpet is from Get Famous. And this room I imagined for someone who is either in the acting career or some type of entertainment career. So their room is very bright and vibrant. I imagine the sim would be like very outgoing and charismatic, and they have the what's it called, the video streaming table that I put in here, so maybe they're a YouTuber or something like that. And yeah, so they've got that, and then just a kind of a little sitting area with a comfy chair, and just, yeah, probably an actor is kind of, I guess, what I was thinking of the most And they can even like stand there in that large mirror and practice their lines. And of course the streaming, I don't think we have, yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have a streaming career. Do we? I don't think we do. But that would kind of be what I think their main like interest would be. So yeah, this room is just really bright and cheerful and colorful. And I played around with adding a stereo, and it was kind of blocking the window. And so I ended up doing like a wall mounted stereo instead. So I could do this colorful little bench that's from City Living, and I could put that there with some books. I love that bench. It's so pretty. It has a really nice sort of tapestry on the top of it. And yeah, just adding some artwork, and then that room is done, and then we just have one more room to go. So this bedroom is actually, I think, the biggest bedroom of the three. And this one I was imagining for the musician. Just outside Culpeper House, down on the street, they have that area where you can do like main stage, like singing and performing on the street. So I imagine that maybe they like to do that. And so I gave this sim some guitars and also a microphone. So I think they kind of have the aspiration of maybe like being in a band or being like a singer-songwriter type of career. And I think that fits really nicely with the whole Spice Market area, part of town. This room is very brown. I think with the rest of the apartment, I knew I wanted to use this particular bed. I actually had tried to use this bed 2 other times in the other rooms, and then third time was the charm on this one. It's from Seasons. I had a heck of a time finding a rug to match, though. I think I changed the rug literally like 50 times until I ended up going back to one of my old standbys, which is the fluffy kind of furry rug that ended up looking better. And actually I think it was a good choice because the light colored fluffy rug over the dark wood floorboards, I think was a good decision. So yeah, so the musician, like I said, guitars, microphone. They also have like a little area in here with a TV and stuff and a stereo for listening to music, because obviously if they're a musician, they probably like to listen to music. And all the bedrooms also have ceiling fans, which I've really been into ceiling fans lately. I grew up in a house that had a lot of fans, and I actually have a lot of fans in my house as well, so maybe that's why I like them so much, I don't know. But the bedside tables and the dresser are from Jungle Adventure, so again, lots of Jungle Adventure in this apartment. It's just really nice and rustic and fall-like. So yeah, we're just finishing up this room, and that'll be the end of the build. So let me know what you think. If you like this apartment, is it getting you in the mood for fall and autumn? Do you like fall? I don't know, maybe I'm alone in that. But I just like that whole, maybe I just like back to school because my kids are finally gonna leave me alone after driving me insane for the whole summer. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I am working on a fall themed house right now that's going to be like a back to school house that I'm really excited about. It's coming along really nice, so that'll probably be my next video along with Prada Homes video that I'm working on. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of these projects that are coming, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.